of Queen Elizabeth II. And as the longest running reigning monarch in history, the impact that she had on the world. Over the past couple of weeks, we have really tried to accommodate the demand for this particular coin, the 2022 British Silver Britannia coin, minted in 1987 for the first time by the Royal Mint. This obviously being the final one, seeing and having the Queen's image, that legendary appearance that I'm obviously so familiar with. This past week when she was laid to rest, there were billions of people watching. As one of the most recognizable people on the face of the earth, the demand to own something to commemorate her service, her legacy, a touch point, has been through the roof. We have these available, and we're going to get the full story from Mike, but Mike is able to fulfill a few more orders. Same price that we've been able to offer it at $49.95 with the flexible payments as well. If you missed out previously, this is an encore second chance opportunity to get it. Mike, needless to say, a moment in history, a person that has been there in the background, all of yours and my life, and so many people share that same sentiment.
Well, I saw something the other day that even in UK, for instance, there are 43 billion coins circulating with her image on them.
Right.
Okay.
Wow.
Within that.
Wow.
I just saw they just released the first tentative design for King Charles III.
I saw it. I thought of you.
You saw it?
Yep.
I just saw that. I think he's approved the design. They haven't quite started striking any coins yet. So this becomes the coin, the iconic. As you said, I mean, I'm old. Okay, I've been around a long time. She was queen my whole life.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
You know, the whole time. And the problem with this is that the intense demand for this coin has been insane. Now, we have heard that there may be a small release, additional release of these in October or November.
Okay.
We have made commitments to get a couple of thousand coins. Here's the problem. My price has gone up 35%.
Okay.
So I may get additional quantities, and none of that's guaranteed. That's assuming we can get them out of England.
Right,
okay.
Right.
So the price goes to $69.95 if I get any additional coins.
Right.
I have no commitments of any kind. I can tell you that because I didn't have to pay the guy.
Right.
Okay. I didn't have to pay the Royal Mint. So that's why I'm pretty sure I have no idea. So what I did, since I have the ability now, we're doing a final Skype finale show, if you will, here. And I dug one of these up. These are the tubes that they come in. This says the Royal Mint on it right here. So that's pretty cool. So this
fabulous.
is a tube of 25 coins, and I got 25 fresh coins here. These are mine. Don't ask for these, folks. And so there you have. And we've shown this before, the Queen Elizabeth. And the thing I love is kind of that iconic portrait. That was her last portrait. Now, understand, her portrait has changed over the years. She's decided to change this. This, of course, is a pure ounce of silver. One of the things that's really important about this, the demand has been so intense on these that authenticity is really, really important.
Right.
And the way you handle that is twofold or even threefold. First of all, buy from a trusted source. So right here, okay, buy from HSN. Look, I've been here over 20 years. HSN's been selling coins over 30 years now. I mean, selling them forever. So that is the sense of legitimacy and authenticity right there. Secondly, I mean, obviously, we're dealing basically through the Royal Mint distributor is what we're able to do. So I can guarantee provenance, the unbroken chain of coins from the Royal Mint right to your household. But then right here, the Royal Mint, and I showed you this before, if you look at the other side, the Britannia side, and that little circle that's in there, they have an anti-counterfeit that just can't be replicated. There you have. And as you turn it from side to side, it goes from trident, okay, to a lock. There's the trident, and as you turn it, it's much easier to do in person. There's the lock. There's the trident, there's the lock. See, there's the lock, and then you flip, that's the trident there, and then you turn it over, and there's the lock. And that is struck into the coin. It's a lenticular image struck into the silver, okay? So, I mean, there's not a lot of things you can have that kind of quality, that kind of masterpiece at $49.95. Keeping in mind that a significant amount of that is just the silver it contains.
Yep.
Just the silver it contains. Go ahead.
Mike, they're letting me know, and I've so enjoyed spending time with you in the studio presenting these. This really is an encore finale. With everyone on the phone line, we're taking final orders right now in terms of what we have available. This will be your last chance in terms of getting it at that original price before, as Mike said, the price starts to reflect the increase of going towards $70. So we're taking final orders right now before it's completely gone. This is official. This is credible, this is authentic, and all of that matters. Again, billions of people watched an amazing moment in time as all of this culmination of the longest reigning monarch came to a close, right? Maybe she's been in the background of your life as well. Maybe at some stage you visited England or you watched the royal family on TV. Prince Charles and Princess Diana getting married. Maybe the imagery is there and it provokes a reaction. This lady, this queen, this monarch was a significant person in that historical context, and people are clamoring to own something. This is the last coin. This is that last moment to get the portrait, the latest portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. When the new one comes out, of course, it will be King Charles. So I encourage you, I wish we had an infinite supply. Mike, I joked with you in all sincerity. I mean, again, in England, as you can imagine, it's insane with people trying to order these, but not just in England or in America, it's around the world, which is why I'm so excited we've even got any more.
There's literally billions and billions of people looking for commemoratives. And with this, understand there's a couple things about this. First of all, it is a Royal Mint coin. Okay, the Royal Mint's been making coins for over 1,000 years. All right, I mean, this is the continuity of the sovereign, of the sovereign coinage of England, in essence, what you come down to here, UK. And so when you put all that together, so there's going to be lots of collectibles out there. But there is one official silver Britannia collectible, and like I said, this is in essence, while it's commemorative, it was an unintended commemorative. So in other words, they didn't strike this to commemorate the end of her reign, in essence. It just was the same coin that struck for decades and decades. The portrait changed as she required them to update, how she looks. But at the end of the day, this was being struck, and they were getting ready to strike 2023s. Because it was just going to go on in this her 70th year of service to the British people, to the world. You know what I'm saying, to the entire Commonwealth. And so you have that, and so now this becomes a commemorative because it was just part and parcel of everyday life. It just happens to come to an end with this, and so that also, because it is official. It is from the Royal Mint, the official Royal Mint Silver Britannia, which they have struck in gold since 1987 and silver since 1997, and she has graced every single solitary one of those for its entire history. Well, that now comes to a close. And when I said earlier, I said, we may be able to get some more in at $69.95. That was a big May, right? I have no guarantees on that whatsoever. Right. So the quantity that you see in the system now is the quantity. Okay, that's the quantity that's available, is what we have right now. Already seeing the price increases in the marketplace are pretty insane. I've seen now several people selling it on pre-sale. They're anticipating they're going to get that next shipment, and I'm not so sure. I will not pre-sell a single solitary coin. The only coins we're selling are the coins that we have in stock. I suggest only buying in-stock coins at this point. It is an absolute crapshoot for you to go out there. If you want this coin, and it comes in that beautiful holder that you see there, so it comes in the airtight protective holder with that. This is the 2022, like you see, pure 999 fine silver, 1 ounce pure silver within that. Look, I was reading the other day, for instance, within her reign, twice, silver got over $50 per ounce, got over $50 per ounce, the melt value of this coin exceeding the price that we're charging twice in her reign. That has happened. I just got inundated with a bunch of stuff. This is kind of on the silver note. that everybody's anticipating silver is going to be in tremendous shortage. They're anticipating about 120 million ounce shortage of silver next year. There was about 100 million ounce shortage this year, 100 million ounce shortage last year. That takes up 10% of all the silver that's above ground right now is now gone and spoken for. With that, silver being almost the exact same amount above ground as gold. Yet trades at 80 times less the price. 80 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold, whereas they're equally available in the world. Now, take all of that silver stuff, which isn't, you know, in a big commemorative that's $200, $300, $400, it's kind of a minuscule part. But with this coin right here at $49.95, the price of silver is the most significant part of the price within this. Please understand. And silver, because of that shortage that I talked about, 100 million ounces a year plus, American Silver Eagles, for instance, are now starting to sport a $20 to $25 per ounce premium to the price of silver. I can't sell you an American Silver Eagle for $49.95.
Right.
So you get this great silver coin, but then on top of that, this last glimpse of just this ubiquitous sovereign that has been through our lives from beginning to end. I mean, it has been decades and over a half century, starting to approach 3/4 of a century of service to her country and the world and the Commonwealth. And then this is the way to look at it.
You are seeing what is really a final countdown clock. If you've missed out previously, this is that moment to pounce. We're taking final orders right now. As you know, if you've been watching a lot of these coin collector shows, I bought 2 the very first day we launched it to give to my children for obvious reasons, but you know, to keep and to have something which really is so significant and special. And I appreciate that it's affordable and accessible, right? The flex pay at $16.65. If you buy 2, you unlock the free shipping and handling. So listen, if you buy 2 of these, maybe it's for your 2 grandchildren, or for anybody in the family, you'll get both on free shipping and handling if you buy 2. So again, a good opportunity to do that and to save even more money. But really, it's the end of an era. It's the end of an era. The next time we see it, there will be a different face there, and it will be that of King Charles III. There is Queen Elizabeth taking really a final look at what has been so present in our view for 70 years. It really is extraordinary. We have about 90 seconds left. If you're on hold, we see you. We're trying to process the calls as fast as possible. Unfortunately, it is on a first come, first served basis. So if you are thinking about it, I would do it now. I do want to make sure you know as well that whether you're buying coins or whether you're buying televisions, we are backed up by our extended return policy. So you have till the end of January to decide if it's the right thing for you. But Mike, affordable, accessible, and so important and collectible.
Yeah, and like I said, and I want to go back to this, the fact that it's really literally an unintended collectible. And in the world of collectibles, which is what I've done primarily in coins, but I collect lots of other things. Okay, I collect many other things. And in that collectible world, the unintended collectible is the best. The one that wasn't made specifically for that, but ends up being the perfect collectible because it has that provenance from the Royal Mint. Okay, the Royal Mint, which has literally made coins for a millennia. Okay, with this, that has made coins with her image on it for 70 years now, billions and billions and billions of coins produced with her image. This is the official silver coin of that. Like we have the American Eagle, yes. Right? You know, you have the Australian kangaroo, you have the Canadian maple leaf. Well, for UK, it's the Britannia.
Well, it's
Britannia. It is 100% official, and then it becomes the last one according to what we've been told. This is the very last one, and so it has that. It has the silver. It has the legitimacy. It has the authenticity. Absolutely, positively amazing. Please, please, please. Final $49.95 quantities for absolute certain.
You know, we could spend the whole hour on it. I just wish we had enough quantity to support that There's obviously huge demand. Please stay there. We're making sure your order is confirmed before it's sold out. I want to show you a couple other things. I think we have a couple of the colorized silver eagles. Let me see here. Mike,